Stare-downs that stopped time, broke composure, and turned tension into history, these are the most intense UFC face-offs ever. During UFC 320, Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev meet face-to-face ahead of their highly anticipated matchup, displaying contrasting demeanors as intensity builds, signaling the strategic and physical battle that awaits inside the octagon. At UFC 319, Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev faced off in a volatile pre-fight exchange, as tempers rose and restraint faded, underscoring the intensity and high stakes surrounding their highly anticipated matchup. Furthermore, at UFC 279, Khamzat Chimaev and Kevin Holland squared off during a heated pre-fight exchange, showcasing sharp contrasts in composure and mindset as anticipation grew for their highly discussed matchup inside the octagon. Adding on, at UFC 322, Jack Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev came face-to-face ahead of their matchup, displaying composed confidence and competitive focus as anticipation built around a high-level clash between two elite contenders. Meanwhile, at UFC 267, Khamzat Chimaev and Li Jingliang shared an intense final face-off, where rising emotions and sharp exchanges reflected the mounting tension and competitive edge surrounding their highly anticipated welterweight encounter. Before the focus returned to fight analysis, UFC 249 Khabib Nurmagomedov made headlines by kicking Tony Ferguson's championship belt during their intense face-off, a moment that captured the fierce rivalry and psychological tension, leading up to one of MMA's most awaited matchups. As the spotlight shifted back to familiar faces, Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier met in a charged final face-off with intensity and focus on full display, highlighting the psychological battle and anticipation surrounding their high-stakes welterweight clash. As the event hype continued, attention shifted to UFC 323. Petr Yan and Merab Dvalishvili squared off in a tense pre-fight moment, showcasing unwavering focus and determination as both fighters prepared mentally for their highly competitive bantamweight matchup. Before the fighters took center stage, UFC 294, Kamaru Usman and Khamzat Chimaev engaged in a highly charged final face-off, where intense stares and controlled aggression highlighted the mental warfare and anticipation leading into one of the division's biggest fights. Additionally, UFC 281, Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira met in a tense final face-off, with calculated intensity and unwavering focus reflecting the high stakes and fierce rivalry ahead of their championship clash. As the list of unforgettable UFC face-offs continues, one moment stands out for its raw tension and intensity. Before stepping into the octagon, Paul Felder and Dan Hooker locked eyes in a stare-down that perfectly captured the aggression, focus, and mental warfare that define elite competition.
So you can see the venue in the picture.
Furthermore, Ion Cutelaba and Dustin Jacoby came face-to-face, and what started as a stare-down quickly escalated, turning into one of the most heated and memorable weigh-in moments at UFC Vegas 25. From the octagon to the weigh-ins, these face-offs prove that the mental game is just as intense as the physical one. Whether it's Khamzat's icy stare, Khabib's psychological tactics, or Pereira's calculated calm, these moments show that fighters aren't just preparing to fight, they're preparing to dominate mentally as well. The tension, the intensity, and the unspoken battles remind us that sometimes the most memorable moments happen before the first punch is thrown. Which UFC face-off gave you chills the most? Drop your pick in the comments below and tell us why.